ChillbrewRadio
I used to feel like static sound, a frequency that couldn't hold, lost somewhere between the ground and stories that were left untold. I learned the language of the crowd, the polite translations of the heart, but every time I spoke aloud, I felt a million miles apart. I searched for signals in the night, a lonely beacon in the haze, but all my maps led me from sight through complicated winding ways. But when you walked into the frame, the complicated maps tore down. You simply called my hidden name, the true coordinates of town. We're standing on the same meridian, no need to speak or translate why. We found the perfect calibration beneath the same blue open sky. This is the clarity, the breath, the perfect soft alignment known. You are the destination, left the place my spirit calls its own. You don't just listen to the lines, you read the spaces in between. You understand the quiet signs, the silent picture on the screen. You know the jokes I haven't said, the fears I hide behind the smile, the conversations in my head that run for many a long mile. It isn't effort, it is ease, like catching sunlight in a glass, a gentle current on the breeze, the perfect moment come to pass. Ooh, and when you walked into the frame, the complicated maps tore down. You simply called my hidden name, the true coordinates of town. We're standing on the same meridian, no need to speak or translate why. We found the perfect calibration beneath the same blue open sky. This is the clarity, the breath, the perfect soft alignment known. You are the destination, left the place my spirit calls its own. They say that two souls are arranged, connected by a silver thread, a promise whispered and exchanged long before the first words were read. All of the searching I endured, the little losses I sustained were just the mileage that ensured the knowledge I have now attained. Every detour was a path, every whisper was a clue leading me past the aftermath, directly and precisely to you. And now you're steady in the frame, the complicated maps tore down. You simply called my hidden name, the true coordinates of town. We're standing on the same meridian, no need to speak or translate why. We found the perfect calibration beneath the same blue open sky. This is the clarity, the breath, the perfect soft alignment known. You are the destination, left the place my spirit calls its own. The latitude of home, my dear. The latitude of home is here. We found the truth and made it clear. The latitude of home, my dear. Carry questions in a velvet case, searching for a mirror in another face. My conversations always hit a wall, like a static signal waiting for the call. I thought I had a language of my own, a set of codes that could not be known. Then you spoke a sentence soft and clear, and every lonely answer settled here. We are parallel maps finely drawn to scale. We are the smooth ending of the complicated trail. There are zero asterisks beneath your name. It's an understanding that requires no fame. Suddenly the world clicks into place, like a lost puzzle piece found in the empty space. You are the only key I ever knew I'd need, the perfect rhythm planting every seed. whisper to the sky. Was the very first one you would testify. We built a comfortable silence, light and wide, where all the weary armor could reside. You see the history written in my eyes, and never ask me for a sweet disguise. It feels like finding music in the air, a melody that only two can share. We are parallel maps finally drawn to scale. We are the smooth ending of the complicated trail. There are 0 asterisks beneath your name. It's an understanding that requires no fame. Suddenly the world clicks into place, like a lost puzzle piece found in the empty space. You are the only key I ever knew I'd need, the perfect rhythm plant in every seed. They say that lightning doesn't strike the same spot twice, but you are lightning cutting through the ice. Maybe this whole journey was the waiting room, just standing by the door to banish all the gloom. We skipped the careful games and the formalities and landed straight in our reality. Parallel maps finally drawn to scale. We are the smooth ending of the complicated trail. There are 0 asterisks beneath your name. It's an understanding that requires no fame. Suddenly the world clicks into place, like a lost puzzle piece found in the empty space. You are the only key I ever knew I'd need, the perfect rhythm plant in every seed, planting every seed. Parallel maps finally drawn to scale. We made it past the complicated trail, the perfect rhythm settled here with you. I used to chase the minutes down and hurry through the city streets. I wore a slightly permanent frown, just focusing on bittersweets. My canvas held a muted shade. I walked the edges of the frame before the quiet noise you made, before I even knew your name. It's like finding a missing page where the ink was drawn just right. You're the turning of a stage, stealing all the scattered light. I am beautifully undone, but my hands are finally still. Every lonely race is won, lost inside your gravity's pull. We spill the coffee on the mat and laugh about the careless stain. We talk for hours where we sat, ignoring every drop of rain. You know the places I'm afraid. You touch the corners that I hide. The easiest decision made is simply staying by your side. It's like finding a missing page where the ink was drawn just right. You're the turning of a stage, stealing all the scattered light. I am beautifully undone, but my hands are finally still. Every lonely race is won, lost inside your gravity's pull. There's no instruction book required when I jump into the wide unknown. You are the comfort I desired, a feeling that has always grown. If the whole wide world spun off its axis, or the map got tossed into the air, you'd be the truth where all the fact is, the only place I'd wanna care. It's like finding the missing page where the ink was drawn just right. You're the turning of a stage, stealing all the scattered light. I am beautifully undone, but my hands are finally still. Every lonely race is won, lost inside your gravity's pull. Yes, my hands are finally still, completely lost inside your pool, a pocket full of
half a cup, pretending that I'm looking up and nothing but the ceiling light while keeping you within my sight. The coffee shop is softly lit. I try to hold myself and sit perfectly still and unaffected by the simple air you've collected. But in the space between your chair and mine, I cross an invisible dividing line. There's a static hum beneath my skin. That's where the trouble always begins. My careful balance starts to sway when you glance momentarily my way. I'm trying to keep my breathing low, but underneath the rhythm goes a pocket full of frantic pulse that only your proximity can cause. You flip a page and clear your throat, a tiny sound I have to note. You check the time upon your wrist, a simple gesture I have kissed into a moment soft and rare, a nervous habit I can share. I wonder what you're focused on before the light of day is gone. Should I stand up and walk across it, ignoring every fear of loss? And in the space between your chair and mine, I cross an invisible dividing line. There's a static hum beneath my skin. That's where the trouble always begins. My careful balance starts to sway when you glance momentarily my way. I'm trying to keep my breathing low, but underneath the rhythm goes a pocket full of frantic pulse that only your proximity can cause. I know this feeling isn't calm. It's like a warning, a soft alarm, a rush of blood, a feathered sweep, secrets that my muscles keep. I'd trade my quiet, steady grace for this wild tremor in this place. Because if I didn't feel this way, what would I even have to say? I'd just be a passing sound if you didn't make the world spin round. And in the space between your chair and mine, I cross an invisible dividing line. There's a static hum beneath my skin. That's where the trouble always begins. My careful balance starts to sway when you glance momentarily my way. I'm trying to keep my breathing low, but underneath the rhythm goes a pocket full of frantic pulse that only your proximity can cause. Just the humming low and deep, the pocket full of pulse I keep. The pocket full of pulse. I was running late that Tuesday night, chasing the clock and dimming light. The street lamps wore a heavy haze, just one more blur of passing days. I stopped inside the usual door, the floorboard sighing as before, and saw a coat upon the chair, forgetting mine was hanging there. I reached for it, a velvet sleeve, a small distraction I believe. But in that instant, soft and low, a voice said, wait, where did you go? Oh, it was just a calendar error, fortune and mistake, a ripple in the steady stream, the moment destiny would make. We tangled up the separate threads that led us through the years, a beautiful chaotic start that wasn't blind, just two routines expertly aligned. A misplaced moment on the shelf that let me finally find myself. Your eyes held all the autumn skies, a soft surprise behind the size of the confusion on your face. Standing startled in that space, you held my scarf, I had your book. Just look how easily we took the items meant for someone new, until they led me straight to you. The drizzle hit the window pane, washing the world in silver rain. But right there in that soft warm glow was all the light I need to know. Oh, it was just a calendar error, a fortunate mistake, a ripple in the steady stream, the moment destiny would make. We tangled up the separate threads that led us through the years, a beautiful chaotic start that silenced all my fears. It wasn't chance, it wasn't blind, just two routines expertly aligned. A misplaced moment on the shelf that let me finally find myself. If I hadn't spilled my morning tea, if you hadn't missed the number 3, if fate had let us walk on by beneath that melancholy sky, the world could have continued gray and never known this perfect way. But every broken step we trod was leading us to meet our God. I wouldn't trade that quick regret, the sweet collision even yet. Oh, it was just a calendar error, a fortunate mistake, a ripple in the steady stream, the moment destiny would make. We tangled up the separate threads that led us through the years, a beautiful chaotic start that silenced all my fears. It wasn't chance, it wasn't blind, just two routines expertly aligned. A misplaced moment on the shelf that let me finally find myself. Yes, I found myself in that misplaced moment there with you. It felt brand new, accidentally true. I spent the spring just sorting dust on promises I couldn't trust. I thought my engine had a fault, just running on the purest salt. I kept my maps pinned to the wall, prepared for every sudden fall. But every compass spun in vain, just waiting for the pouring rain. But this is quiet geometry of how you fit right next to me. I found the perfect simple pitch without a complicated switch. I am completely softly undone. You are my only borrowed sun. The truth is etched in solid gold, a story finally being told. We sit for hours in this soft place. A window pane reflects your face. I don't need magic or a sign, just knowing that your hand is mine. The worried burdens seem to break. For goodness gracious, for your Oh, this is quiet geometry of how you fit right next to me. I found the perfect simple pitch without a complicated switch. I am completely softly undone. You are my only borrowed son. The truth is etched in solid gold. A story finally being told. Completely softly, utterly undone. My only borrowed son. The quiet truth I didn't know to seek. The only word my weary heart can speak. Geometry. You and me. You and me. You and me. The way you leaned against the window glass, I hoped the moment wouldn't pass. It was a Tuesday, gray and slow, but something started deep below. My careful script began to fray, and all the proper words just slipped away. I hadn't planned for you to look like reading from a brand new book. I took a breath to steady fast, but every single one was made of glass. A dizzy hum behind my ear, and suddenly you were too near. I tried to anchor my own feet to keep the moment calm and sweet. Oh, it's a nervous electricity, a secret sudden pulse inside of me. It feels like tiny feathered things with silver wire tied to wings. And every time you turn and smile, my heart is running for a mile. This gentle rhythmic sweet unrest, the quiet tremor in my chest. You spoke of rain and tired skies. I only watched your careful eyes. You touched your coffee cup just so, a perfect angle, soft and slow. I nod along to what you say, while praying that my face won't betray this fragile, complicated art. The way you shake my quiet heart, I try to hold the line so straight, afraid of sealing any fate. I need a second just to breathe, to gather all the threads I weave. I try to anchor my own feet, to keep the moment calm and sweet. Oh, it's a nervous electricity, a secret sudden pulse inside of me. It feels like tiny feathered things with silver wire tied to wings. And every time you turn and smile, my heart is running for a mile. This gentle riffing sweet unrest, the quiet tremor in my chest. I never asked for this small sting, the fragile hope that crushes everything. But if this feeling means you're close, I'll take the fear that no one knows. Let the ground beneath me sway, if you are standing here today. Oh, it's a nervous electricity, a secret sudden pulse inside of me. It feels like tiny feathered things with silver wire tied to wings. And every time you turn and smile, my heart is running for a mile. This gentle lifting sweet unrest, the quiet tremor in my chest. My heart is running for a mile. The quiet tremor in my chest.
many shapes. I search for signals in the night, a reason for these long escapes. My stories felt like half-told tales. My compass needle spun in doubt. Saw the world through dusty veils until the day you pulled me out. You are the answer, quiet and deep, the rhythm my tight heart needs to keep. You're not a puzzle I had to solve, but the axis the whole universe revolves. You fit precisely line by line, the true north coordinate of mine. I used to edit what I try to say, in fear the meaning might get lost. But you just read the space between today and never calculate the cost. You know the shade of every side, the jokes I only keep inside. It's like we shared one blue sky before our separate lives divided. You are the answer, quiet and deep, the rhythm my tired heart needs to keep. You're not a puzzle I had to solve, but the axis the whole universe revolves. You fit precisely line by line, the true north coordinate of mine. Maybe the stars arranged the way to let our parallel lines converge. I didn't know how much I missed the day where my soul finally found its surge. There is a language only we can speak, a knowing comfort found upon your cheek. And every doubt I ever held is perfectly expelled. You are the answer, quiet and deep, the rhythm my tired heart needs to keep. You're not a puzzle I had to solve, but the axis the whole universe revolves. You fit precisely line by line, the true north coordinate of mine. The coordinate is clear tonight, the path is straight, the light is bright. The true north coordinate of mine, perfectly aligned, oh perfectly aligned.
I watch the way you tilt your head when you are speaking low. It's a perfect, lovely secret that the universe should know. I trace the corner where the sunlight meets the glass and wish this sudden dizzy feeling quickly passed. I'm sitting silent on the edge of what to say, and praying you don't look directly here my way. Oh, it's a tiny clock I cannot reset, the sweetest kind of panic that I haven't mastered yet. My breath is tethered to a fragile thread, just little paper drums are beating in my head. It's the silk line whisper of a coming storm, a dangerous, lovely, thin ice kind of warm. You walk the aisle to pick the volume off the dusty shelf, and I forget the basic language of myself. I grip the handle of my lukewarm coffee mug, a sudden anxious silent energy unplugged. My feet are fastened and I cannot move at all. I'm waiting for the moment when my defenses fall. Oh, it's a tiny clock I cannot reset, the sweetest kind of panic that I haven't mastered yet. My breath is tethered to a fragile thread. Just little paper drums are beating in my head. It's the silk line whisper of a coming storm, a dangerous, lovely, thin ice kind of warm. I know this constant trembling is a risky sign, but all my scattered nervous pathways intertwine. If being peaceful means this feeling takes its rest, then I don't mind the tremor deep within my chest. It's a lovely, high-strung, hopeful melody, the sound of maybe staring back at me. Oh, it's a tiny clock I cannot reset, the sweetest kind of panic that I haven't mastered yet. My breath is tethered to a fragile thread. Just little paper drums are beating in my head. It's the silk line whisper of a coming storm, a dangerous, lovely, thin ice kind of warm. Thin ice kind of warm. I breathe it in and then I let it go. A gentle, hopeful, lovely undertow. It's always there, you know, the thin ice kind of warm. Thin ice kind of warm. The clock was ticking low and slow. The afternoon was dull and damp. I watched the stray leaves drop below under the weak and hazy lamp. I traced the condensation trails across the window, chipped and wide, just waiting for the afternoon sails with nowhere left for me to hide. The silence hit me like a wave. Every color got a little bright. I saw the future I could save, and everything I needed was inside. It only took one breath I drew, 23 seconds on the clock. Suddenly I knew it was you. My whole wide world was built around that shock. The low sun caught upon your hair as you shrugged off a coat of gray. You moved with such a quiet air and stole the usual light away. You didn't stare, you didn't speak, just a quiet flicker of the eye. And suddenly the truth I seek was printed on the passing sky. The silence hit me like a wave. Every color got a little bright. I saw the future I could save, and everything I needed was inside. It only took one breath I drew, 23 seconds on the clock. Suddenly I knew it was you. My whole wide world was built around that shock. I don't know the things that you prefer, the sound of your voice or where you sleep, but I am suddenly certain, sir, that I'm standing in a promise too deep. It's like finding the forgotten key to a house I didn't know I owned. Suddenly, inevitably, my whole foundation overthrown. The silence hit me like a wave. Every color got a little bright. I saw the future I could save, and everything I needed was inside. It only took one breath I drew, 23 seconds on the clock. Suddenly I knew it was you. My whole wide world was built around that shock. 23 seconds ago, my world was gray and moving slow. Now I know ago. 23 seconds ago. I was focused on the floor, counting tiles, gray and white, a stack of papers in my hand, hiding from the morning light. I swore the world was moving slow, but my own speed was too fast. A simple corner wrongly cut, a future meant to last. I wasn't looking for a sign or magic in the air, just trying to get across the room without a single care. You were the static shock that woke the quiet air, a beautiful emergency I never knew was there. They call it chaos theory or fate's clumsy design, but you a happy consequence, our holy, sweetly mine. We stumble into brilliance where the pavement meets the rain, the fortunate mistake that healed the hidden pain. My coffee cup tilted sideways, a brown stain on your coat. I panicked, offering apologies, caught tight within my throat. But when your eyes looked up at mine, steam cleared in between. There wasn't anger, just a quiet, almost laughing scene. You said I needed something new, a change of tone perhaps, and brushed away the residue of careless little traps. You were the static shock that woke the quiet air, beautiful emergency I never knew was there. They call it chaos theory or fate's clumsy design, but you a happy consequence, our holy, sweetly mine. We stumbled into brilliance where the pavement meets the rain, the fortunate mistake that healed the hidden pain. I had my life mapped out in grids, precise lines of control, but your unscheduled entrance shifted every pole. It felt like finding language when I only knew the sound, a lost piece of the great design that was never meant to be found. And every step I took before was just a winding road, leading me straight to the moment where the coffee overflowed. You were the static shock that woke the quiet air, beautiful emergency I never knew was there. They call it chaos theory or fate's clumsy design, but you a happy consequence, our holy, sweetly mine. We stumble into brilliance where the pavement meets the rain, the fortunate mistake that healed the hidden pain. It was just the floor, the rain, and a coffee cup that fell. But sometimes destiny is written in a quiet, clumsy spell, a happy consequence, holy, sweetly mine. The fortunate mistake. crooked line for years, collecting echoes of old fears. My heart was locked without a sound. A certain key could not be found. I thought connections had to strain, like waiting out in steady rain. I didn't know what peace could be until the day you spoke to me. There was no sudden crashing light, just quiet settling into right. Like reading words I wrote that night and knowing that you felt the light. You are the other half of what I've missed, a simple answer to the wish I've kissed. We share a latitude of knowing, deep and true. I never have to finish sentences for you. It isn't luck, it's just the way we mend. The circle started where our corners blend. Catch the joke behind the sigh. You see the worry in my eye. You know the quiet paths I roam, the secret ways I travel home. You leave the space for me to breathe, and all the heavy doubts relieve. You understand the shadows that I keep while all the rest just fall asleep. There was no sudden crashing light, just quiet settling into right. Like reading words I wrote that night and knowing that you felt the of what I've missed, a simple answer to the wish I've kissed. We share a latitude of knowing, deep and true. I never have to finish sentences for you. It isn't luck, it's just the way we mend. The circle started where our corners blend. I used to think that finding grace was rare, a fragile prize too delicate to share. But this connection is solid stone, a quiet truth that we both own. Like two lost stars finally crossing the void, a perfect rhythm we cannot avoid. You are the other half of what I've missed, a simple answer to the wish I've kissed. We share a latitude of knowing, deep and true. I never have to finish sentences for you. It isn't luck, it's just the way we mend. The circle started where our corners blend. The circle where our corners blend. We never have to try to comprehend. We share a latitude of knowing, deep and true. Me and you, just me and you. Sunday morning chaos, the clock was cruel. My mind was set on chasing the 7:15. I missed the turn, broke every driving rule, lost in the hurried mechanical dream. My calendar date was breaking the law. Thought Tuesday was Monday and rushed out the door. Then my frantic attempt to conquer the floor made me slam right into you standing before. It was a fortunate fracture, a necessary misstep, a beautiful error, a perfectly timed slip. If I hadn't been frantic, if I hadn't been blind, I would have left your existence behind. Now I see why the clock didn't chime on my wall. The universe wanted me to stumble and fall, just to land right beside you, where the daylight is true. My best mistake was running into you. I was wiping the foam from my coat's cotton seam. You said, don't you worry, the spill wasn't deep. I was lost in the light of an effortless gleam, in the green of your eyes, where the promises sleep. the street faded out while you offered your name. We spoke of the weather, then something more sweet, and suddenly nothing felt quite the same. It was a fortunate fracture, a necessary misstep, a beautiful error, a perfectly timed slip. If I hadn't been frantic, if I hadn't been blind, I would have left your existence behind. Now I see why the clock didn't chime on my wall. The universe wanted me to stumble and fall, just to land right beside you, where the daylight is true. My best mistake was running into you. All my life I ran fast past the signs, chasing some finish line I couldn't perceive. But fate had arranged two intersecting lines and tethered your future for me to believe. I missed the appointment I thought I should keep, but I found the deep peace that I needed to own. Sometimes the greatest rewards are buried deep when you realize you were never alone. It was a fortunate fracture, a necessary misstep, a beautiful error, a perfectly timed slip. If I hadn't been frantic, if I hadn't been blind, I would have left your existence behind. Now I see why the clock didn't chime on my wall. The universe wanted me to stumble and fall, just to land right beside you, where the daylight is true. My best mistake was running into you. Oh, I'm glad I forgot the time, so glad I was late for the train. Now the rhythm of destiny is mine, and I'm not rushing ever again. My best mistake running into you. Oh, running into you. The calendar said Tuesday. The sky was slate gray. I was nursing a latte to get through the day. The corner booth cushion was worn down and deep. 100 small secrets the old wooden floors keep. I was scrolling through shadows, half lost in a sigh, ignoring the faces of strangers walking by. I was planning the route that I knew I should take, but destiny waits for the slightest mistake. It was a 5-second flicker, a simple exchange, a sudden bright slip, just a shift in the range, the kind of sweet error the fates must allow, a beautiful accident. Look at us now, if the timing was perfect we never had met. I'm so glad the clock was confused that day, yet you were running too fast, I was standing too still, and chance wrote our story against my own will. We both reached for the volume, spine faded and blue, the ancient philosophy only known to few. Our fingers touched lightly, a nervous surprise. I saw all my future reflected in your eyes. You apologized quickly, a blush on your face, and time rearranged itself right in that space. You laughed at the tremor that ran through my hand, a detour I never could have planned. It was a 5-second flicker, a simple exchange, a sudden bright slip, just a shift in the range, the kind of sweet error the fates must allow, a beautiful accident. Look at us now, if the timing was perfect we'd never have met. I'm so glad the clock was confused that day, yet you were running too fast, I was standing too still, and chance wrote our story against my own will. I had mapped out my life like a perfectly neat chart, sticking strictly to logic, protecting my heart. I was certain of everything, stubborn and slow, refusing the wild places where good things might grow. But the universe whispered, not every straight line is true. It took one small collision was a 5-second flicker, a simple exchange, a sudden right slip, just a shift in the range. The kind of sweet error the fates must allow, a beautiful accident. Look at us now, if the timing was perfect, we never had met. I'm so glad the clock was confused that day, yet you were running too fast, I was standing too still, and chance wrote our story against my own will. If I could go back, I wouldn't correct the scene, that perfect misstep, the luck in between, just two hands reaching out for the same dusty page, and destiny started on that coffee shop stage, on that coffee shop stage. I used to count the street lights, everyone a muted glare, and never thought the air I breathed was worth a gentle prayer. I had my ordered schedule, every minute understood, a careful polished surface that was functioning and good. But then you walked into the frame and sat across the way, and suddenly the colors started crashing through the gray. My well-kept quiet orbit spun into a different line, when your everyday appearance felt impossibly divine. Oh, 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 you are the lighthouse that I never knew I lacked, the only sure direction, there is no turning back. I'm sunken to your gravity, I'm anchored to your sound, completely, helplessly, wonderfully profound. If I am lost, you're the map etched right inside my soul. You don't just fill a vacant space, you make me entirely whole. I never knew a moment could be measured by its peace, until I heard the quiet of your breathing, sweet release. The scent of rainy asphalt mixing with the coffee steam is woven in the details of my most favorite dream. I trace the tiny patterns of the freckles on your hand, and realize this simple thing is all I understand. You didn't need a drum roll or a sudden flash of light, you simply rearranged the stars and turned the world too bright. Oh, 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 you are the lighthouse that I never knew I lacked, the only sure direction, there is no turning back. I'm sunken to your gravity, I'm anchored to your sound, completely, helplessly, wonderfully profound. If I am lost, you're the map etched right inside my soul. You don't just fill a vacant space, you make me entirely whole. They said that falling fast was just a foolish sudden dive, but with you it feels like waking up and finally being alive. It's not a burst of frantic fire or a dangerous wild chase, it's the quiet certain knowledge that I found my steady place. I look into your eyes and see the future settled there, a softly lit reflection of a world without despair. Oh, 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 you are the lighthouse that I never knew I lacked, the only sure direction, there is no turning back. I'm sunken to your gravity, I'm anchored to your sound, completely, helplessly, wonderfully profound. If I am lost, you're the map etched right inside my soul. You don't just fill a fake begins to push or try to steal, we'll stay inside this quiet, perfect happiness we feel. This soft corner booth halo is never going to fade. I'm completely, wonderfully, blissfully swayed, blissfully swayed. Completely swayed with you. I watch the pavement where you tread. There are small whispers in my head. I didn't notice the light change green. It's like a brand new world begins. My hand gripping the strap I carry. My inner balance temporary. The moment you adjust your tie, I swear the normal world goes by. It starts just under my left sleeve, a quiet tremor, I believe, a delicate internal quake. For goodness sake, my body aches not from the weight of all the years, but from the hope that disappears and rushes back as soon as you are standing in my line of view. This is a low hum, the faint frequency, 100,000 moths inside of me. They beat their dusty wings against my chest, and suddenly I fail the simple test of standing steady when you stop to speak. I lose a rhythm that I tried to keep. Oh, it's a beautiful, quiet catastrophe. This little storm that's only felt by me. You talk about the things you planned, a simple story close at hand. I nod and try to figure how to keep my voice from breaking out. Your smile is just a casual thing, but in my bones the echoes ring. I try to hold my breath and be a monument to gravity. I pray my eyes don't show the rush, the crimson hint of a soft blush. It starts just under my left sleeve, a quiet tremor, I believe, a delicate internal quake. For goodness sake, my body aches not from the weight of all the years, but from the hope that disappears and rushes back as soon as you are standing in my line of view. This is a low hum, the faint frequency, 100,000 moths inside of me. They beat their dusty wings against my chest, and suddenly I fail the simple test of standing steady when you stop to speak. I lose the rhythm that I tried to keep. Oh, it's a beautiful, quiet catastrophe. This little storm that's only felt by me. If you could see the fragile glass, the way the sunlight tries to pass through all the chaos held within this breathless space where feelings spin, would you know the pressure of the rise reflected only in my eyes? I hope the air stays still and calm and keeps my secret from all harm. This is a low hum, the faint frequency, 100,000 moths inside of me. They beat their dusty wings against my chest, and suddenly I fail the simple test of standing steady when you stop to speak. I lose the rhythm that I tried to keep. Oh, it's a beautiful, quiet catastrophe. This little storm that's only felt by me. The frequency is low and sweet. It only pulses when we meet. The moths are sleeping, now they rest until you turn around my chest. Faint frequency, just me, just me. The library light was was soft and low, and dust motes danced in the silver glow. I was compiling every list I had, feeling perfectly safe, perfectly glad. My pen was steady, my breath was deep, the kind of silence you want to keep. Then you walked past the end of my aisle and shattered the peace for a little while. Oh, it's a tiny rhythm inside where careful manners always try to hide. It's not just butterflies that flit and climb, it is a micro tremor marking time. My knees go hollow and my palms are wet, a sweet little panic I can't forget. This is the moment when the ground gives way, the perfect kind of beautiful disarray. I try to fix my eyes upon the page and act the picture of a placid sage. I moved my sweater and I cleared my throat and tried to find a simple anecdote. But when you smiled across the silent room, I felt a sudden and internal boom, and every clever thing I meant to say just melted in a static and slipped away. Oh, it's a tiny drum inside where careful manners always try to hide. It's not just butterflies that flit and climb, it is a micro tremor marking time. My knees go hollow and my palms are wet, a sweet little panic I can't forget. This is the moment when the ground gives way, the perfect kind of beautiful disarray. I know the risks of letting feelings roam, I should just stay secure and walk back home. But I'm leaning closer to the fragile sound, the shaking of the highly sacred ground. I wouldn't trade the tremor for the calm, I need this chaos to survive the charm. Let the core of me be shaken right through if the only fault line leads right back to you. Oh, it's a tiny ribbon inside where careful manners always try to hide. It's not just butterflies that flit and climb, it is a micro tremor marking time. My knees go hollow and my palms are wet, a sweet little panic I can't forget. This is the moment when the ground gives way, the perfect kind of beautiful disarray. A beautiful disarray. My fault line heart, it won't be still, it won't be still today. Oh no, not today. The air was thick with cinnamon and rain. I was tracing patterns on the window pane, just waiting for my number 302, lost in the quiet things I had to do. My jacket pocket held my folded list, a little universe I hadn't kissed. Then the automatic bell above the door rang once and nothing mattered anymore. It wasn't the way you smiled or moved your hair, it was a sudden strange gravity. I swear my whole world tilted on its axis then, before you even looked back up again. Like finding the missing color in a faded photograph and hearing the true tone of a silent laugh. I knew the instant that you caught the light that everything before you was just night. The way you held that soft worn leather book, I didn't have to read your single look, I only saw the shadow of your ear in every whisper that I wanted to hear. Your jacket was the color of moss and stone, and suddenly I felt completely known. You stood there waiting for a simple cup, while all my guarded defenses fractured up. Oh, it wasn't the way you smiled or moved your hair, it was a sudden strange gravity. I swear my whole world tilted on its axis then, before you even looked back up again. Like stuck in a lifetime, settled inside a pause, breaking all my scientific certain laws. I think my soul just recognized the place it had been looking for upon your face. When the way you smiled or moved your hair was such strange gravity. I swear my whole world tilted on its axis then, before you even looked back up again. Like find the missing color in a faded photograph and hearing the true tone of a silent laugh. I knew the instant that you caught the light that everything before you was just night. And now the counter calls my number out, but I forgot what the coffee was about. And time starts breathing slow and soft again, just waiting here to see you walk away then, or maybe waiting here for you to stay. Since night became the brightest part of day, city was a blur, a static gray. I was racing time, perpetually late. I wasn't looking up, I couldn't slow the day. Just focused on the moment I must meet. My mind was fortified with lists and maps, ignoring every whisper and soft chime. Trapped within my well-worn mental traps, I didn't think I had a second's time. And everything I carried started falling. A rush of books, a briefcase, and my keys. And just as I prepared for silent bawling, you came emerging from the crowd and trees. You stopped to help retrieve the scattered pages. Your hurried words were clumsy, sweet and low. And in that space between the moving stages, the world decided suddenly to slow. We collided hard on the polished floor, a scatter of apologies and sound. But I know what my heart was waiting for, the best mistake that I have ever found. It wasn't chaos, just a soft disaster, a tangle woven by the hand of fate. We finally met by moving just a bit faster. Thank goodness that I ended up 5 minutes late. You pointed out the slight tear in the sleeve where my clumsy movement caught you unaware. And when my scattered gaze finally dared to believe, I saw a steady calm reflected there. Your eyes suggested volumes yet unwritten, a hidden path I didn't know I sought, all because I wasn't well equipped or smitten. I stumbled on the very thing I ought. We collided hard on the polished floor, a scatter of apologies and sound. But I know what my heart was waiting for, the best mistake that I have ever found. It wasn't chaos, just a soft disaster, a tangle woven by the hand of fate. We finally met by moving just a bit faster. Thank goodness that I ended up 5 minutes late. If the traffic light was green for just one beat, if you had stopped to check your telephone, if I'd chosen the north side of the street, we would have walked this planet all alone. It takes a fragile moment to adjust the timeline and realize the purpose of the wait. We needed that collision to align, a fortunate sweet opening of the gate. We collided hard on the polished floor, a scatter of apologies and sound. But I know what my heart was waiting for, the best mistake that I have ever found. It wasn't chaos, just a soft disaster, a tangle woven by the hand of fate. We finally met by moving just a bit faster. Thank goodness that I ended up 5 minutes late. I'm glad my timing was a little wrong. I wouldn't trade that little mess we made. Now you are where you perfectly belong, a melody the universe just played. 5 minutes late and perfectly on time. I saw you leaning by the pane, ignoring the predictable rain. You didn't know that I was caught, a tangled silence in your thought. My hands went cold, my mouth went dry as you adjusted your collar tie. It's just a smile, it's just a glance, but suddenly I lose my stance. The air grew thick, a sudden sound as if the world had spun around. Oh, it's a hum beneath my skin, a dizzy little wire, a pocket full of static where my logic used to be. Every time you draw near, the atmosphere gets higher, and my internal gravity forgets stability. This electric current running through my center, it's less like fear and more like a gentle, sweet inventor of feelings I can't hide, a flicker and a pause. I tried to focus on the steam, escaping from a whispered dream. You cleared your throat and checked the clock while I prepared for a sudden shock. I memorized the way you lean, the quiet color of the scene. I sipped my tea, too hot, too slow, hoping that you couldn't know the silent, restless drum inside where all my careful thoughts reside. Oh, it's a hum beneath my skin, a dizzy little wire, a pocket full of static where my logic used to be. Every time you draw near, the atmosphere gets higher, and my internal gravity forgets stability. This electric current running through my center, it's less like fear and more like a gentle, sweet inventor of feelings I can't hide, a flicker and a pause. If I could anchor down this breath and shield my soul from certain death of awkward words and clumsy sound, I'd tell you what I just have found. But when your shadow brushes mine, my heart becomes a fragile chime. It's a broken compass spinning free, pulled by something I didn't agree to feel so deeply out of line. Oh, it's a hum beneath my skin, a dizzy little wire, a pocket full of static where my logic used to be.